Tuesday. Thank you for watching.
We are One News, all sides, all the time.
We'll be back here tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Have a good night, everyone.
Okay, but do stay tuned because coming up next is Play-by-Play with Andre Felix and Cheska Leton-Calao. Happy
Sample
Tuesday.
naman ng marathon dyan.
Grabe naman. Ng marathon daw.
Takbo, bilis.
Takbo, 42 kilometers dito, 5 hours. Welcome back to you. Welcome back.
Welcome back to you.
Ba't di tayo nag-aabot, ha?
Oo nga.
Yeah,
This
it's their
is the
first
first
time
time
seeing each other.
Yes,
Okay,
kasi when I came back from Sydney, wala pa siya. And then I
And then
left
you
for
left.
Thailand, nakabalik na siya.
Oh, parang adik ka na sa pagtatakbo, ano ba yan?
Siyempre naman, at least takbo, di ba?
Magandang kaadikan
Oo
niya.
naman,
Tama,
oo naman. Kasi gusto ko sabayan siyempre si Pauline, 12 years younger. Gusto kong, di ba? Gusto kong malakas pa ako. Ayoko na yung,
Tama.
di ba? Baka pagdating ng 60, naka-wheelchair na ako. Di ba?
Oo
Grabe naman yung
naman.
60.
Hindi, ako, if I can't, di ba?
So where's the next run?
I just came from Thailand, 10
No, I
kilometer
mean the next.
race. Tapos,
Obviously, you're so addicted, you're planning the next run.
boss, kailan ba? Next takbo natin.
We thought you'd bring your medals. Oh, kasi hindi pa nakikita ni Miss
Hindi ko kasi alam dito sa
Yeah.
O sige, bukas.
Tokyo,
ha?
try ko Tokyo sa March. Tingnan natin. But yes. Gusto ko sabihin pala, check. Gusto ko sabihin, ang ganda ng suot nila. Ang ganda ng suot nyo, nag-match. No,
Thank you. Fashion police.
Fashion.
The wardrobe namin.
On screen. But great show as always, and I like what you both said, na there is still goodness in mankind, in
Yes.
humanity.
Yes, and we must highlight also the good, hindi puro bad.
Correct.
Dahil nakakalunod na
Correct.
ang bad news.
Oh, lagi yung sinasabi kay Pauline yan eh. Kita mo, there's hope for mankind. But thank you, great show. And thank you once again to the big story. On our show, we've got Alas Filipinas men. Wow, this just happened a
my
few moments
goodness.
ago. Yes, historic win. Historic win, folks, over Egypt in the FIVB Men's World Championship. We'll tell you more about it in just a bit. Plus a look at the other games in the tournament as more teams now move closer to spots in the round of 16.
And we've got the groupings for the upcoming FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Leton-Calao.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ramiro, the show by Mamoy leaves it. Mr. Moves puts it on. Unbelievable. Gemma on the left side. Oh, the pass! Stuck in another one. Bakunas rejecting Esteban for the
History for Alas Filipinas men as they just scored their first ever victory at the FIVB Men's Volleyball World Championship. What do you want to say before I continue reading?
This is what we live for as
Yes,
sports
sir.
fans.
Yes, sir.
So, let's go.
Kahit wala tayo doon, grabe yung excitement. Well, the national men's volleyball team putting on a show in front of the home crowd at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City to stun African powerhouse Egypt. And they did it in 4 sets. Final score here, 29, 27, 23, 25, 25 to 21, 25 to 21. All, well, except for the third set, in favor of the Philippines, Brian Bagunas. That man is just a beast, delivering in the clutch to keep the Filipinos ahead in crucial moments of this wonderful match. And look at the fans waving the Philippine flag. What a sight to see. The former NU standout Bagunas finishing with a team high, 25 points. Now, with this win, Alas improves its record to 1-1 in Pool A, putting it within striking distance of a round of 16 berth.
Masaya lang po kasi nakatulong ako sa mga kuya ko sa board. Hindi lang basta nakabawi sa laro, kundi nakuha pa namin yung panalo. Sobrang saya kasi siyempre nandun na ako sa isang historic win sa Pilipinas na first time lang sumali, nakakuha ng panalo. Pagka ganun lagi yung nangyayari sa akin, makikipag-usap na ako sa mga pamilya ko. Hihingi akong advice sa mga kaibigan ko, sa coaches ko, parang
Iran also kept its round of 16 hopes alive after securing its first win in Pool A. The Iranians overcame a slow start to turn back Tunisia in 4 sets, 23-25, 25-20, 25-23, and 25-16. Korea Hossein Kazande led the way with 21 points, while team captain Morteza Sharifi chipped in 18 markers for the win. Both Iran and Tunisia are now at 1 win and 1 loss in the pool stage and are still in contention for a spot in the knockout round. Iran will next face Las Filipinas in a match that will determine their round of 16 fate. Here's head coach Roberto Piazza talking about that matchup on Thursday.
I already said to the guys in the court immediately after the final ball, we have to do another step. So we have to do another step. It's not enough what we did until now, because we have 3 points, no? And 4 sets in our side and 4 sets in the opponent's side. So it's 0 in the end, until now. 0. 1, because, but for me it's 0. You did nothing. You are exactly balanced. Sorry, I can say sorry, because I would like to play against another team and not against Philippines, because it's the host of the World Championship. And here is my 4th season in a row that I'm here, before for UNL and now for the World Championship. And every time is amazing, the situation, but I need to think about my team. So that's why I want to put the focus on us.
Meantime, over in Pool H, Brazil moves closer to a round of 16 berth. The world number 3 took care of business against Czechia, winning in straight sets 25-11, 25-22, and 25-18. Opposite, Alan de Souza led the way with 12 points on 10 kills, a block, and a service ace. He got solid backing from Arthur Bento's 11 markers and Judson Nunes' 10. Brazil is now in sole possession of first place in Pool D with a 2-0 slate. They can book their spot in the knockout stages later tonight if the Serbia-China clash reaches 5 sets.
I think the game was very tough. Our team served good, and we did a lot of defense. So this is our plan, play better after the game, step by step. So we are happy with this victory. I think we was a lot of mistakes. So the coach Bernardo told for us to play better, come back to our normal, because we are a strong team. So after this, we come back and play better.
The tournament's round of 16 is slowly taking shape.
A couple more teams are on the verge of moving on to the next round. Let's take a look at some of the other results today. Let's go to Pool C first. World number 9, Argentina, regains footing after dropping the second set to power past South Korea, 25-22, 23-25, 25-21, and 25-18. Hitters Pablo Kukarstev and Luciano Vincentin combined for 41 points to grab their second win in as many games. In Pool E, Ukraine vented its ire on Algeria for a dominant 25-17, 25-12, and 25-11 victory. Outside hitter Dmytro Yamchuk put up 18 points to bounce back from an opening day loss.
Coming up is the Pool H battle between Serbia and China at 9 p.m. at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay. Both squads are looking to nail their first win in the tournament. Then, defending champion Italy wraps up the game day with its match against Belgium at 9:30 p.m. happening at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. The two squads will try to sustain the momentum they got from their respective victories in the past weekend. Both games will be available for streaming on the Filipinas Live app. Coming up, Japan might be exiting early from the FIVB Worlds, but it's all love from Ryujin Nippon to their Filipino fans. Find out what they have to say next on Play by Play.
we're back. Thank you for joining us here on Play by Play only on One News. Let's go back to our top story today. Alas Filipinas men with their first ever win, and a historic one at that, at the FIVB Men's Volleyball World Championship.
Mobile journalist Denise Valdez-Sancho got to witness that historic moment live at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay. She now joins us via Zoom. Denise, good evening. Give us a detailed look at that game, please. What made it tip the Philippines' way?
Andre, Cheska, yes, Alas Filipinas just made history in the history of the FIVB Men's World Championship after defeating world number 21 Egypt in 4 sets. That is 29-27, 23-25, 25-21, 25-21. The Nationals showed a much more composed performance compared to their last match against Tunisia last Friday. Brian Bagunas was the star of the show with an excellent showing of 25 points off 23 attacks and 2 blocks. It was all hard from the beginning, with Team Filipinas extending the first set to 29-27. Egypt regrouped to take set 2, but Alas Filipinas was too hot to handle come set 3. Aside from Brian Bagunas, Mark Espejo and Leo Ordiales were unstoppable. An off-the-block point by Bagunas powered set 4 24-21, which eventually led to a win after a kill block by Team Philippines to take home the win. Leo Ordiales tallied 21 points off 19 attacks, while Mark Espejo was efficient all around with 13 points, 9 attacks, and 3 blocks. Cheska, Andre, right after that win, the Philippines rose to the spot of number 77 on the world rankings. And Alas men will go to another win, or will go for another win this Thursday. That's September 18, this time against world number 14 Iran, here again inside the Mall of Asia Arena. And that's at the stake is a spot in a round of 16. Back to you, Andre, Cheska.
Denise, bago mag-thank you si Cheska, really quick, we want to see what you were doing off the air, that victory dance that everybody was doing at the Mall of Asia. Can you do that? Because it's a historic win by Alas Filipinas.
That's a one-time thing only.
One-time thing only. Grabe. Sana yung Alas win, hindi lang one-time thing only. But thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, mobile journalist Denise Valdez-Sancho, live from the Mall of Asia Arena. And of course, Brian Bagunas could not contain his joy. Bagunas, who has been a mainstay with the national team since 2019, spoke about what this victory means for Philippine volleyball.
Very happy for the team kasi pinakita nila yung best namin. Sobrang speechless na. Tingin ko, yun nga, nandun yung moral namin. Sobrang proud ako na naging part ako ng this history.
In other volleyball news, it is official, Eliza Solomon will head to Japan to play for the Osaka Marvelous. Solomon follows the footsteps of fellow NU product Jaja Santiago, aka Sachi Minoa, who led Osaka to a championship last season. Japan is Solomon's first stop in her pro career. She closed out her collegiate stint back in April, helping the Lady Bulldogs win their second straight UAAP women's volleyball title. Solomon is already a proven winner on the international stage. The 23-year-old has scored 2 Best Opposite Spiker awards with Alas Filipinas women. She also helped the national team win silver in the ABC Nations Cup, as well as 4 bronzes in the Southeast Asian V-League. Solomon joins a growing list of Filipinos and NU standouts to play in Japan. Besides Jaja Santiago, Brian Bagunas and Leo Aringo have also taken their talents to the land of the rising sun.
Meantime, the PLDT high-speed hitters and the Signal HD spikers unveiled their new imports for the 2025 PVL Reinforced Conference. PLDT announced on social media that they tapped Anastasia Bavikina. The 6'2" outside hitter brings more than 15 years of professional experience across Europe, Asia, and the United States. Bavikina was also a member of the Russian national team that played in the 2015 European Games and several other tournaments. The high-speed hitters hope to extend their winning ways in the reinforced conference after back-to-back sweeps of the PVL On Tour and Invitational. As for Signal, it introduced Greek outside hitter Eva Shantava. The 34-year-old veteran's tour of duty spans from Europe to Asia, most recently in Thailand with Nakhon Ratchasima. Shantava also showcased her talents in the 2024 AVC Women's Champions League held here in the Philippines. The HD Spikers missed out on a podium finish in their last two PVL campaigns. The 2025 PVL Reinforced Conference will begin next month.
Let's move on to volleyball, to basketball now. From volleyball, 15-year PBA veteran Sean Anthony has announced his retirement. The 39-year-old forward decided to call it a career in large part for his family. Earlier this year, Anthony declined a contract extension with the NLEX Road Warriors to focus on his son's cancer treatment. And now that his child is cancer-free, Anthony is choosing to put his family first even more. They currently reside in Vancouver, Canada, where Anthony works as a senior consultant in an accounting firm. Anthony has had a solid PBA career. He played for 8 different teams, won prestigious individual honors, including Defensive Player of the Year, a mythical first team selection, and a mythical second team nod.
A big change is coming to the UAAP in season 89. Teams will be allowed to line up 2 foreign student athletes for all sports, but only one will be a part of the active roster while the other will be on reserve. The new rule was clarified by UAAP Executive Director Rebo Sagisag during the press conference for the Season 88 basketball tournaments. In a press release, the UAAP board also said that the move aims to provide schools with roster security. This comes after FSAs in past seasons suffered serious injuries which adversely affected their team's campaigns. Just last season, Mo Diasana of the NU Bulldogs suffered a season-ending knee injury in the opening game of the men's basketball tournament. The Bulldogs went on to miss the playoffs after finishing 7th overall. Coming up, the country is set to host another world event, this time in futsal. Where do the Philippines land in the FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup groupings? Find out next here on Play by Play. You're watching Play by Play on One News. Welcome back. A tall order for the Philippine women's futsal team when it hosts the inaugural FIFA World Cup in November. The Filipina Five have been drawn in Group A along with higher-ranked teams world number 31 Morocco, world number 14 Poland, and world number 6 Argentina. In Group B are world number 2 Spain along with Thailand, Colombia, and Canada. Group C consists of world number 3 Portugal, Tanzania, Japan, and New Zealand. And Group D includes top-ranked team and 8-time South American champion Brazil, Iran, Italy, and Panama. Filipinas team captain Haley Long and Alas Pilipinas hitter Vanny Gandler took part in the draw as assistants. The top 2 teams from each group will advance to the knockout phase. Matches begin on November 21, and the Philippines will open its campaign against Poland. The tournament will run until December 7. All games will be played at the PhilSports Arena in Pasig, marking the first time that the country will host a FIFA event. In preparation for the tournament, the Philippines will head to Japan for a training camp this month. Meantime, pole vault superstar Mondo Duplantis has done it again. Not only did he win a 3rd world championship, but he also rewrote the record books. Duplantis cleared 6.10 meters to claim the gold at the World Athletics Championship in Tokyo, but he didn't stop there. He went for a never-before-cleared 6.30 meters. He missed on his first try, nicked the bar on the second, and made history on the 3rd attempt. This is the 14th time Duplantis has set a world record. The 2-time Olympic gold medalist earned $70,000 for the win and a $100,000 bonus for breaking the record.
We've got highlights for you of the FIVB Men's Volleyball World Championship. Tonight's highlight reel, of course, save the best for last tayo. Team Pilipinas, Alas Pilipinas, with a historic win. Later on yan sa bandang dulo, so stay tuned for that. Unahin na muna natin Brazil, Czechia for the match. This match, Ricardo Lucarelli looking at the scoreboard. This is tied here in the 3rd set. And look at that service ace, that bomb from Lucarelli. Look at that. And Vasina and the libero, Monic, tried to save it, but no. Look at that, going out of bounds. That was just a thunderous serve from the Brazilian. That was one of 2 service aces, by the way, by Lucarelli in that match. And the Brazilian star finished with 19 points in a 25-11, 25-22, and 25-18 clear straight set sweep of this match. Next up, let's go to Iran, Tunisia. Aisa Naseri with a serve. And look at the save here. Good. Look at the face save. Keeps the ball alive. That's not just the wonderful, hindi lang nag-iisa yan. Ito naman, foot by the captain. Boom. Back. Ball still alive here. And then put away by Paria Hussein Kazanza who delivers that wonderful attack, that winning attack, that cross court. Take a look. The libero tried to save it with one hand to no avail. Iranians went on to win. What a match there. What a rally here. What a point. First, the face save, tapos naman yung foot save. And then, boom, cross-court point. This match, 23-25. Iran won 25-20, 25-23, and 25-16. Okay, sabi ko, lipat tayo sa Alas, pero to Egyptians muna. Alas, Egypt. Historic win by Alas. Pero let's go to Egypt. Bigyan naman natin sila ng konting redemption. Look at that attack from Alas. Kept alive. Free ball now for Egypt. They go to the strong side. Down the line. That was Aisa El Hosseini. Then gives to Ahmed Omar Deo, who seals that with that down the line attack. That bomb. And look at, against 3 defenders too. The triple block breaks down the wall there. And of course, that win set to win for Egypt 25-23. Nakaisa naman ng Egypt in this match. Pero syempre, punta naman tayo sa Alas Pilipinas. Leo Ordiales with a serve. Sharp serve here. Tingnan natin. Look at that high toss. Woo! Thunderous. And look at the crowd going crazy at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. Ordiales loving it. And look at all the Filipinos. You'd love to be there with a Philippine flag. And look at them. Grabe mga kababayan natin. And look at Ordiales. And look at, again, talagang tinarget pa niya yung libero. You know how hard that is? Targeting the best defender of the floor of the other team, the libero, and Ordiales with that ace. Alas men winning a set for the first time in the FIVB Worlds. That's one of 2 service aces by Ordiales in this match. He finished with 21 points, by the way. But none more historic than this last play. Roll it right away. Captain El Capitan Brian Bagunas with the serve. Popped up there by Egypt. Free ball. Okay, nope, they will try to go. But look at that block. Mark Espejo with the rejection. And Tatsuzara loving that. And so did all the Filipinos and Egypt in disbelief on their knees after that play. Espejo had 3 kill blocks in this one. And look at Espejo jumping up for joy. Why not? They deserve a triple block, but Espejo gets that one-on-one block there. And Bagunas, the rest of Alas Filipinas, woo! By the way, that was one of 13 points from Mark Espejo and Alas men making history with their first ever win. Kauna-unahang panalo. And look at Coach Rigoni and everybody from Alas Filipinas men. Napakahusay nyo. Final score, 29-27, 23-25. Second set lang nakuha ng Egypt. Third set, balik sa atin, 25-21. Fourth set, ganun din, 25-21. Alas, may chance tayo to move on to the next round. But they're in a must-win match against Iran. Iran doing pretty well in this tournament. That will happen on Thursday at 3:30 p.m. Still at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. Congrats, Alas Filipinas!
And before we go, crowd favorite Japan assures its fans that it will do its best in its final match at the FIVB Men's World Championship. Top players Yuki Ishikawa and Ran Takahashi are looking to show up in their game tomorrow against Libya with hopes of finally nailing a win. Japan has yet to win even a set in the tournament. They were swept by Turkey and Canada in Pool G, killing Japan's chances of moving on to the knockout phase. Players are keeping their heads held high despite their elimination. Takahashi also specifically shouted out Pinoy fans for their continued support and for their loud energy, even as they struggled in the tournament.
We have to change our mind, and we have one more match. So we will our best next match, and we want to show our
always Philippine fans and give me a lot of energy and a lot of support. And then this is, and we are so happy. But I want to show to them and win. But I will do my best for the next year. Next game, for sure, we have to be tough. But we can grow up during the game, and we have to get to us and grow up. Yeah.
Naku, kaya kinikilig yung mga Pilipino, yung mga fans eh. Pag si Ran talaga Takahashi at si Yuki Ishikawa, pag binati lang ng mga Japanese, talagang ano sila, ah! But that's why we love the Japanese, because aside from their discipline, aside from how courteous, respectful they are, napakabait din talaga sa mga Filipino fans. And they welcome, as crazy as we are to support them, talagang they welcome it. And they appreciate the Filipino fans.
Not just Japan, I feel like even Team
Mabansa.
USA,
Yes.
they love playing here.
Si Christensen, nung na-meet ko, sabi ko, sikat pala to, ang pogi, tangkad pa. So yung mga fans nagkakagulo, sabi ko, selfie din ako dito. Mababait. Pero yun nga, again, the Americans, as you said, all the other teams. But props to all the teams, Japan, na talagang who are loving it here, the support of the Filipino fans. But congratulations, Alas Pilipinas. Yun ang importante dahil panalo kayo historic. Isa pa po against Iran para makapasok tayo sa next round. Congrats to the whole team. And that's all from us tonight. Catch us again tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. for a play-by-play of the day's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News. That's Signal TV Channel 8 on SD and Channel 250 on HD. We are also available on Signal Play and Filipinas Live.
Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Liton-Calao. Thank you for watching. Good night.